What's up, guys? It's RCR and another 5-12 matchup that is going to make me lose sleep. The Thursday matchup, the one that I think is going to be the toughest one to pick this entire tournament. Gonzaga versus McNeese State in Salt Lake City on Thursday. This is between a 30-3 mid-major, Will Wade, probably one of the better mid-majors we've seen in a while, against a team like Gonzaga, who started off the year very poorly, picked it up, and now is looking like an elite team again. Let's start with Gonzaga. Led by Graham EK, 16 points per game. Anton Watson, he's been there for a while, 14.4 points per game. Obviously, Ryan Nimhart as well, running the point. This Gonzaga team has played a lot of good teams this year. They lost to Purdue, they lost to UConn, they lost to St. Mary's, but they also beat St. Mary's and they beat Kentucky. This is probably one of the first times Gonzaga doesn't have an elite NBA prospect on their roster in a while. I would say Ryan Nimhart is the best NBA prospect on this team. I mean, he's similar to his brother Andrew. I mean, he can pass the ball. He's had 10 assists in 3 straight games now. But despite them not having this elite talent like they've had, like the Jalen Suggs, the Corey Kisperts, the Drew Timmies, this is still an elite offense, and like Gonzaga always is. They're averaging almost 85 points per game, and that's because of Graham EK, Anton Watson, Ryan Nimhart. They take care of the ball very well, which is very big in March, and they have good shooters. They can shoot the ball well. They're overall a very well-rounded offense. I mean, when you're scoring 85 points per game, you're obviously expected to be a very well-rounded offense. Moving on to McNeese State. McNeese State beat Michigan earlier this year. That was looked at as a great win at the time. Obviously, Michigan ended up sucking. They beat UAB, who ended up winning the American Conference. They beat VCU. They lost to Western Carolina, lost to Louisiana Tech. But overall, they have 30 wins. 30 wins is no slouch, no matter how you get it. And that's how McNeese State wins ball games. They win it by winning the turnover battle. They're one of the best teams in points off turnovers, and they don't turn the ball over offensively. Now, that's where it comes into play. What do you value more? Do you value them being able to create turnovers or Gonzaga being able to hold on to the ball? Because with Gonzaga being able to hold on to the ball well, that plays against McNeese State's biggest strength. So that makes me lean Gonzaga. But McNeese State is like an NBA team. They can shoot the lights out. 4 of their top 5 scorers can shoot better from 40% from 3. That's why they're 30-3. The problem is McNeese State has not, other than UAB. UAB is the only team that McNeese State has played that is going to be in this tournament. That's a little scary if I'm McNeese State. Have they played the top talent you need to play to prepare yourself for a team like Gonzaga? Because Gonzaga is no sure, they're a mid-major, they're West Coast Conference, but we all know they're not a mid-major team. They are going to be by far the best team McNeese State has played all year. The thing is, if McNeese State can beat a team like Gonzaga, I have no issues to say McNeese State can't make it to the Elite Eight, because Purdue doesn't scare me. And then if you can beat Gonzaga, you might end up playing a team like Samford, because I think Samford has a good chance to knock off Kansas. So this is a very, very big game. I think the winner of this could go to the Elite Eight. I really do. And due to the fact that Gonzaga's played so well recently and they don't turn the ball over, they have a steady point guard in Ryan Nimhart. Give me Gonzaga to beat McNeese State. And I think Gonzaga goes on a run this year. I think when everyone thinks Gonzaga is down and out, this is where they finally show out and have one of Gonzaga is the underdog now. They're not this overrated 1 seed. They're a 5 seed. They're playing like an underdog, and I think Gonzaga gets the win against McNeese State. What do you think? Are you going with the upset, or are you taking the Bulldogs?